Dragons, the very word conjures images of powerful beasts and magical realms. Across the globe, cultures have woven tales of these incredible creatures. From the soaring heights of mountains to the depths of the sea, dragon legends have captured our imaginations for centuries. They are beings of immense power, often feared, sometimes revered, always fascinating. What makes a dragon? Is it their majestic presence, their formidable power, or perhaps the ancient myths that surround them? While variations abound, some features remain constant across different cultures and stories. Dragons are often depicted as reptilian creatures, with scales as hard as armor, providing them with an almost impenetrable defense. Their eyes gleam with ancient wisdom, reflecting the countless centuries they have lived. Sharp claws speak of their predatory nature, capable of tearing through the toughest of hides. Many dragons boast magnificent wings, allowing them to command the skies with grace and power. These wings are not just for flight, they symbolize freedom and dominance over the heavens. And then, of course, there's the fire. The ability to breathe fire is perhaps the most iconic trait of dragons. The fiery breath of a dragon is legendary, a torrent of flame that can incinerate anything in its path. This fearsome ability has made dragons both revered and feared throughout history. But their appearance is as diverse as the cultures that imagined them. From the east to the west, dragons have taken on many forms, each unique to the stories and beliefs of the people who created them. Some dragons are slender and serpentine, moving with a grace that belies their size. While others are massive and imposing, their very presence enough to instill awe and fear. Some have multiple heads, each with its own personality and abilities, making them even more formidable. Some even have feathers or fur, adding to their mystique and making them stand out from the traditional reptilian image. The imagination knows no bounds when it comes to dragons. They can be as varied and unique as the minds that conceive them, each one a testament to the creativity and wonder of human storytelling. Dragons often play pivotal roles in myths and legends, interacting with humans in ways that range from benevolent guardians to fearsome adversaries. Their stories are woven into the fabric of our cultural heritage. Many tales speak of dragons hoarding vast treasures, guarding them jealously in hidden lairs. This aspect of their mythology speaks to the human fascination with wealth and the unknown. Dragons are also central to epic battles, often depicted fighting knights or heroes. These confrontations symbolize the eternal struggle between good and evil, courage and fear. Yet not all dragons are creatures of destruction. Some are portrayed as wise and peaceful beings, living in harmony with nature and offering guidance to those who seek it. The life cycle of a dragon from hatching to adulthood is another fascinating aspect. Baby dragons or hatchlings are often depicted as curious and playful, growing into the majestic creatures of legend. Dragons are also associated with the elements: fire, water, air, and earth, each element adding a layer of depth to their character and abilities. This elemental connection further enriches their mythical status. In modern times, dragons continue to captivate our imagination, appearing in movies, games, and literature. They remain a symbol of power, mystery, and the limitless possibilities of the human imagination. The anatomy of a dragon is not just about their physical traits, but also about the stories and symbolism they carry. They are timeless creatures, forever soaring through the skies of our dreams and fantasies. Fire is the dragon's most famous weapon, but it's not their only one. Dragons are often depicted as being incredibly strong and tough. Their scales provide protection from most attacks, and their claws can tear through steel. Many dragons also possess magical abilities, such as the power to control the weather or shapeshift into other forms. Some dragons even possess wisdom beyond measure. They are ancient creatures, said to have witnessed the birth of the world. This makes them guardians of knowledge and secrets, sought out by heroes and sages alike. Dragons are more than just mythical beasts, they are powerful symbols. In many cultures, dragons represent strength and power. Their fiery breath is seen as a symbol of destruction, but also of purification and renewal. Dragons can also represent wisdom and knowledge, their ancient eyes having witnessed countless ages. However, dragons are not always positive symbols. They can also represent chaos and danger, the untamed forces of nature. Their unpredictable nature makes them both awe-inspiring and terrifying. A world of dragons from east to west. Dragons have fascinated humanity for centuries, appearing in the myths and legends of cultures across the globe. From the majestic eastern dragons that soar through the skies of China and Japan to the fearsome western dragons that guard their treasure hoards in European folklore, these mythical creatures have captured our imaginations in countless ways. Dragons are found in mythologies all over the world, but they are not all the same. Each culture has its own unique interpretation of what a dragon is and what it represents. In some cultures, dragons are seen as wise and benevolent protectors, while in others, they are viewed as dangerous and malevolent beasts. Eastern dragons, like those found in Chinese and Japanese mythology, are often seen as benevolent creatures. They are revered as symbols of power, strength, and good fortune. In China, the dragon is a symbol of the emperor, and is often associated with rain and water, essential elements for agriculture and prosperity. They are associated with good luck, prosperity, and the forces of nature. During festivals, dragon dances are performed to bring good fortune and drive away evil spirits. The dragon's presence is believed to ensure a bountiful harvest and a prosperous year ahead. Western dragons, on the other hand, are more often depicted as fearsome beasts, guarding hoards of treasure and terrorizing villages. In European mythology, dragons are often portrayed as adversaries to be defeated by brave knights and heroes. These dragons are typically associated with fire and destruction, embodying chaos and danger. These differences highlight the diversity of human culture and the different ways we interpret the world around us. The dragon, in its many forms, reflects the values, fears, and aspirations of the people who created these myths. Whether as a guardian or a menace, the dragon serves as a powerful symbol in the stories we tell. But despite their differences, all dragons share a common thread. They are creatures of wonder and imagination, capable of inspiring both fear and awe. From the pages of ancient manuscripts to the screens of modern cinema, dragons continue to captivate us, reminding us of the limitless possibilities of our imagination and the enduring power of myth. Guardians, gods, and grand quests, dragons in stories. These mythical creatures have captured the human imagination for centuries, appearing in the folklore and legends of cultures around the world. From the fire-breathing beasts of European tales to the wise and benevolent dragons of Asian mythology, they embody a range of characteristics and symbolize various themes. Dragons play a vital role in countless myths and legends. They are often seen as the ultimate challenge for heroes, representing the unknown and the dangerous. Their presence in a story often signals a turning point, a moment when the protagonist must face their deepest fears. They're often depicted as guardians of treasure or sacred places. These treasures are not just material wealth, but can also be symbols of knowledge, power, or spiritual enlightenment. The dragon's hoard is a prize that heroes must earn through bravery and cleverness. Their formidable presence tests the courage of heroes, forcing them to prove their worth. The encounter with a dragon is a trial by fire, a test of strength, strategy, and sometimes moral integrity. It is a moment of truth where the hero's true character is revealed. Sometimes dragons are even gods themselves, worshipped for their power and feared for their wrath. In these stories, dragons are not just obstacles, but deities that demand respect and reverence. They can bring prosperity or destruction, depending on how they are treated by humans. In many stories, defeating a dragon is a rite of passage, a symbol of overcoming great challenges. This act of heroism is often celebrated as a significant achievement, marking the hero's transition from ordinary to extraordinary. It is a moment that defines their legacy. The hero who slays a dragon proves their strength, courage, and cunning. This victory is not just a physical triumph, but also a moral one, showing that good can prevail over evil and that perseverance and valor are rewarded. They might even claim the dragon's treasure or gain access to its wisdom. The rewards of defeating a dragon are often more than just gold and jewels. They can include ancient knowledge, magical artifacts, or a deeper understanding of the world. These treasures enrich the hero's journey and contribute to their growth and development. The dragon's legacy still enchanting us today. Dragons continue to fascinate us today. Their image adorns everything from tattoos to national flags. They appear in our books, movies and video games, breathing fire onto our modern world. The enduring appeal of dragons lies in their ability to tap into our deepest fears and desires. They represent the unknown, the untamed, the forces beyond our control. But they also represent the potential for greatness within ourselves. Dragon magic in the modern world, books, movies and more. From the pages of The Hobbit to the screen in Game of Thrones, dragons continue to capture our imaginations. They are powerful figures in fantasy literature, film and television, captivating audiences with their majesty and might. Video games also feature dragons prominently, challenging players to test their skills against these mighty creatures. Whether we are reading about them, watching them on screen or battling them in virtual worlds, dragons continue to hold a special place in our hearts. Why we still love dragons, the enduring appeal. Why are we still so drawn to dragons, even in our modern technological age? Perhaps it's because they represent something primal within us. They remind us of a time when the world was full of mystery and magic. Dragons allow us to escape from the mundane, to imagine worlds where anything is possible. They embody our dreams of flight, power and freedom. They remind us that there is still wonder to be found in the world, if we only know where to look. Conclusion. Dragons in our hearts forever. Dragons are more than just mythical creatures. They are a part of our collective consciousness. They are symbols of power, wisdom, chaos and wonder. They have inspired us for centuries, and their legacy continues to enchant us today. As long as we have imaginations, dragons will continue to soar through our stories, our dreams and our hearts.